Hi, I'm going to show you how to start a Dark Elf Necromancer. And the reason why is, in my opinion, this is going to be the most popular Necromancer on the server, and so a lot of people are going to want to start this one. It doesn't have the top stats, doesn't have the worst stats, but it does have a good combination of everything else, especially the starting area. So let's get started with this here. The intelligence 134, stamina is 70, and you're going to be starting in 3rd gate. That's right, known as 3G in Neriac. So it's kind of like a difficult place to get to in there. So I'm going to go ahead and log in and go ahead and let you see what it looks like and show you how to get out of there and where you should get everything started. That's about up to level 1. And after that, we'll continue the guide at a higher level because you'll be farming, you'll be camping low-level stuff, which is pretty much easy. And there we go. We're going into Neriac, 3rd gate. Time to go on in, and if you're starting for the first time on Eridune or Rizlona, the one thing to keep in mind is the first day it's going to be very hard to log in, especially now with the lockdown. It's very crowded out there on these servers. A lot of people are playing games and not going to work, so you're going to be pretty busy out here. But on the good side, there's going to be a lot of people that you can go ahead and play with, and lots of groups to get together with. Okay, so I like to do /chat font size 5 to make this a little bigger. And first thing you want to do is, like always, go ahead and give him his paper right here. Click that, you get your nice nightgown. Okay, you're all set here. It's a Shadow Knight Guildmaster, and after that, this is actually a nice looking thing here. As for skill ups, I wouldn't do anything with skill ups at all. Right here, you can buy skill ups if you want to. He gives you 5 practice points. You don't need this at all. All these are going to go up by themselves, so I wouldn't worry about that. As for research and all that, if you really want to do that, that's fine. But I've found on these servers, it's actually better to buy the spells from other people selling them, because a lot of people get into selling this, and what happens is the price goes down over time. The spells actually get cheaper the longer you wait. And some spells you may not need them. There's only maybe a handful you're going to need. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at your stats. Here's your stats once again. Your nice fresh level 1. You have this spell called Minor Shielding. Okay, we're going to pop the map here. And now you're going to see why this is a nightmare. First time I ever made a Necromancer in 3G here. I just got lost. I had no way to figure out how to get out of here. It took me forever and a day to get out of here. But the way you do it is you come out of here, you're way back here. You go through the town, go over here, and then you come out to Commons. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to shrink the map a little bit like this so you can get an idea. If you're not sure where to go and it's too confusing, just go ahead and hit labels like this. First stop that we're going to go through is we're going to go into this room. This is the spell vendor room here, and you can buy all your spells in here. So yep, they're not serving liquor here, they're just serving spells. So this is the one that has the level 1 spells, and if you watch my Necromancer guide, you know which spells to buy and which spells to avoid, and you just click like this and it'll go ahead and sort by level. And right now we don't have any money or anything, so we got to go out there and we got to kill some stuff. You can see we already got life tap. This is basically a direct damage spell. It's not going to get resisted ever, and it hits for a little bit to heal you back. So if it hits for 4, it heals you for 4 back. And you're going to use your stake knife and you're just going to fight, and it's going to be just like that for first few levels, probably to level 2. If you look at this here, you get Disease Cloud, which doesn't really do 5 damage and 1 damage every second, so it doesn't really do much damage. It is good to stop the monster from regenerating, and it's also good to skill up at the same time. Other than that, in level 1 you don't really have anything, so don't worry about buying anything in level 1. You do get a pet that you can get, but at this level you're going to find that you can just melee this stuff just as well. Level 2, you get these things like Fear, it costs too much mana. Numb the Dead, still you don't see a whole lot until you get to level 3. So what I'd suggest is you come back in here like level 2 or level 3. An easy way to get back in here is to go ahead and to origin back at level 5, or just to come right back in. Okay, so once we're here, if we want to get outside, there's a really fast way to do it. And the way you do that is you got to actually attack somebody and get them to kill you. You don't lose experience at this level, so you're all right. And the thing is, you just got to figure out how to get out of here, which is really, really hard. And it's a very difficult task. And this is why even after all these years, it's still like, this looks like some place to go, but it's really not. It's like, why did they put it here? Maybe you can attack him, and you just want to look for some. You can't attack him. We can't insult him. We can't do anything, and that's the bad thing about it. So what I try to do is find somebody I can attack, so I get a free trip out to the newbie log. And this is more the same. And here it is. Consult the map, and then come out here, and there you go. Here, out we go into this here, so you can see on the map what it looks like. I'm gonna keep going up, 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 and away, and right around here there should be something. There we go. There's a ghoul right there. He'll attack us. So let's go ahead and get a free trip out there. Come kill me now. And there you go. Good. So I got killed, and you get spawned out in Necklace Forest. So this is a way to do it. Good. Otherwise, you're going to have to run through this whole thing. But you can see when you take off labels, it becomes very obvious where to go. Just toggle the labels back and forth so that you know where to go. Okay, so this is a newbie log. You'll notice there's 2 guards here. If you get in trouble, run back to the guards. They will kill whatever. First victim should be the Black Wolf, should be level 1. You can handle him, no sweat. These guys, Fire Beetles, Pyre Beetles, are a little bit tougher, and Garter Snake is a little tougher too. Let's go ahead and take him down, and I'll go ahead and show you. We want to get our shield up. This will improve our chances of survival. We want to do this away from the guard, because if the guard sees you fighting him, he may come and assist you. So approach from the side or the back and pop him with the tapper. That's right, and there we go. We're taking him down. The wolves are pretty weak, and you'll get some experience. You're going to be doing this for quite a while. And you can see we're a little low on health, so let's pop him 1 tap. Let's suck his blood, and we're back up. Okay, so now notice you're a little bit low on mana here, and so you want to make sure you have enough mana if we go into here to get some more mana back. And we have about 10 mana, so that means under this it costs 8 mana. We can pop 1 tapper on them, and we'll pick one of these beetles. If we can kill a beetle, that would be really good. Here's a spiderling. This looks just more like our size. Let's take him down, and we're gonna fight him, use our Ginzu against him. And you can check here, we should have enough mana for pretty soon for 1 more tap on him. And it's going slow, and it will go slow like this. Usually at this stage of the game, not a lot of people are grouping. They're just fighting away like this. Of course, if you do group up, it will make things much more efficient, but you don't have to group up till a little bit later. And for Necromancer, you may never have to group up at all, but the game is a lot more fun if you do group up and you make friends out there. Okay, so when you get these items, pick up all of these items because you're going to sell them at some point. Next thing you want to do is when you're medding and resting, don't just sit out there. Sometimes people train some nasty stuff to you. So what I suggest is you come in and stay in somewhere like, oops, like that. I zoned right in. You could zone in is what you can do, because there will be people training stuff here, and it could be other things that are not so friendly to you. And if they do come in, you're going to be in big trouble, and you'll get killed right there. And you're not going to lose any experience, but it's going to be a waste of time for you every time you die, and over and over. But at the same time, you can use this method as a way to teleport back in. For example, here, let's go sit over here. It's probably a little better. Okay, so what I mean by that is what you can do is, if you look at the map, and if say later on you get to level 4 or so and you're starting to explore a little further out and you want to come back to here, the starting point, simply just get yourself killed and come back here rather than having to run back. I mean, it's a little counterintuitive, but you can do that up to level 5 and just get yourself killed, come on back, and it's much faster than running. So it's another way to save some time if you want to save time. But if you want to enjoy the run back, then by all means come on back and run it and look at the sights. Okay, there's a black wolf. Let's kill him. See, he's a white con. It should be no big deal. Let's see if we can find anything a little bit tougher and put ourselves to the test and put a little stress on our game here. Okay, there's a pyre beetle. Let's go ahead and hit him and see what happens. Most of the stuff at this level shouldn't be social, meaning that they don't help each other. And you can see the situation is much different with this guy right here. Look at this. It's going down. It's going down. I'm going to save the life tap for a little bit later when if he starts running. A lot of these, some of these things will start running, and if they do start running, you want to shoot them down before they run halfway across the zone, because they will. So there we go, winning this fight. We can take yellow stuff. Everything counts. Like you have this minor healing. I see there he's going. It's like, no, you don't. Oh, gotcha. Oh, and we should actually save that right there. Another pyre beetle. Let's go ahead and get him. And there we go. And just like that. And I got enough for about 2 taps and popping with that. It's not hitting him for a whole lot. Okay, and so I'm going to go ahead and pop the labels here. And what you can see is there's areas, like this area right here is a newbie log, it's known as. Nope, he's getting us. What? That's not what we wanted. So now you use your life tap on him. And it's going to be close. He may kill us. And let's see if we can get one tap off on him. We did. It's going to be a close battle. Everything's exciting at this level, and got him. And the reason why I went backward away from him is because on the front part of your body, you have a little bit more defense than the back part. So if I were to run like this, he gets the ability to hit me for full. But if I run the other way, if I backpedal, then I can do 2 things. I can fight him at the same and inflict damage on him at the same time as having a higher defense. So try to get set up so you can look at the arrow on here and go backwards and fight them, and you have a lot of exciting little battles like this. And so say we need some health. We're vampires, remember. You see, need health. We go over to him, and okay, there's a guy over there. So let's just go like this here, and let's get some. I want to suck your blood, and then get him like this. Here we go. And we suck his blood and get our health back. And back up here. And there we go. And go over to here. Go to our bro here. There we go. So we just got that. And then now we can go ahead and sit and get some mana back. Anyway, that's how you fight out here. As you can see here, this experience is running faster than it would be on Aerodune. Aerodune is going to be much slower. This is about 3 times faster, I would say, on the server I am. So it will take you a while, but it's pretty casual. You can go fight stuff, and you want to stay in the front area by level 1. As you get level 2, you're going to venture out further and further. You can see this area down here, the POK book, Undead Runes. You want to stay away from that. That's when you're a little higher. If you do so desire, I would suggest, if you want to be with everybody else out there, I would suggest you get out and go to the middle road and run it out to the common lands, and then go around and get in, bind inside the common land tunnel. And the reason why you want to do that is because that's where all the action is. You're going to get the groups out there. But of course, if you're a solo artist, you just stay in here and do your own thing. In fact, I'm going to show you right now how to do that. And we're going to do it like this. No Spirit of Wolf, no invisibility. And this is, you're going to get to see it from a different perspective. If you watch other video of me coming from Grob all the way up here, It's kind of like that, just reverse of that there. This is another newbie area. See, there's a black wolf. You can hunt up on this hill, which is really good. Look at all these beetles everywhere. These beetles are not KOS to you, meaning they're not going to attack you. And this guy, yeah, don't mess with him. He's level 9. He'll stun you, and then he'll fix your wagon. So don't mess with him at all. Now you've reached the road. You're approaching the road here. You can see everything's pretty safe and pretty peaceful all the way here. And this is strangely, you would think it's a difficult zone to get in and out of, but it's actually quite easy. There is a will-o-wisp. Will-o-wisp is level 11. He will definitely tear you up. You don't want to fight anything greater than yellow out here. You got to be very careful. Notice the levels on the mobs are getting higher. So he's up to 3, and we're going to run it all the way down here. And do this. So you can fight out here. You can see it's not too bad at all. It's pretty safe, in my opinion. You can stay near the road, and a lot of times roads are not safe areas, but for some reason they made this area pretty safe on the road. And this is a new Necromancer Forest, by the way. Back in the day there was an older version. I kind of like the older version, although the newer one does look a little more smooth and gentle. It has these nice hills. The visibility is a little better, but the original Necromancer was super dark, as I remember it. Okay, so we're coming up on this bridge here. These are your guards here. They're safe. If you want to hunt around here, let's stop. They are safe. They will. They're strong enough. Okay, there's nothing around here to hunt. So let's keep going. Our destination is going to be the Common Land tunnels. And there's all your guys there. You can actually hunt these if you don't want to come back here. When you get to a higher level, you can kill them. They're like, look, they're only like 15, 16. If they really wanted to make them real guards, they would have made them level 50, but they made them 15, 17. So technically you can get all the way up to level 20 here. This guy's 27, and he is 16. So all 3 of these guys, you can nail them when you get to a certain level and you know, kill them. See, some of them have weapons on them. At that level, they may have a bronze weapon or something like that. And you can see here the whole general area is pretty safe. So it's easy to get out of here. Really, really easy. Unlike the ogres and the trolls, who have a very difficult time of getting out of Grob and getting out of the Firat, this place is just giving you a free pass and letting you leave no matter what. And one note about the will-o-wisps, you will need a magic weapon if you're going to melee them. Otherwise, the only way you're going to be able to kill them is with your pet or with your spells here. So remember, when you're out there, and we're going to zone, we're going to complete the trip. When you're out here, if you need stuff, you're going to bind in the Common Land tunnels. There's a parcel vendor there. There's a soul binder there. I mean, how convenient is that? So you're going to be able to get stuff that way. Then what you do on the same account or a different account is you create a level 1 character, the same kind, like a necromancer. Probably an enchanter is good because they have higher charisma, and get them to buy the items you need. And the way you do that is you give them money via parcel, and then in turn they buy it and they send the item back to you, and they send it to your outpost out in the Common Lands tunnel, which is over here. And that's how you do it. You never have to go back home. And like I said, this character doesn't need any skill ups. Okay, now here's the thing. This little road right across the middle, that's like, oh yeah, that's the direct path to go. But if you watch the cannonball run that I did from Grob to Neriak, you'll know why you don't do that. But depending on the time you come through here, it may be okay. If you're coming through here on the first day of the server, it may be a little dicey. There may be a griffin out here. There may be a lot of stuff. This area respawns super, super fast. Therefore, it is very, very deadly. Super deadly. And you're going to get killed going through here. What I'd recommend is tracing the edge here and going all the way around. You also have to keep in mind there are guards here that don't like you, and they're from the good side, and they will kill you on sight. So this is why I don't really like this zone too much. Stay away from him. You know, a lot of these guys, you don't know if they're quest mobs or if they're going to kill you. Some of them are, some of them aren't. But when in doubt, go like this and always check them. Sometimes they change things. Okay, he's indifferent. Now, when we go through here, I like to stay high up on the wall, because the way this game goes is that if you're high up on the wall and you're, say, 100 distance away from the wolf or whatever, then the fact remains you're 100 distance away, even though you're very close to him. Okay, let's go to a little further here. Let's see what we've got. Sometimes a wolf hanging around here, and you can see where the line is on the map, and now you can see it's safe to go around here. By this time there will be people hunting the stuff over here, so you don't have to worry too much. Okay, so we're going to go this way. I would not recommend going into West Freeport. You have to be careful because you'll never make it unless you have Inviso over there, because Dark Elves are KOS, mean kill on sight, and they'll go ahead and kill you for sure, without a doubt. But of course the newbie grounds is going to be pretty good, and you can team up with other people. But this part here does have a little bit of tricky spots you have to be careful of. Right around here, sometimes you may see skeletons and stuff, but keep in mind, early in the game, there's a puma right there. So see that puma? We're going to trace the wall like this. That puma there, if you were actually down on the ground, he would be within range. He would go ahead and attack you. But see how I stay up on the wall? The higher the better. You're going to be able to avoid that and live to see the Common Lands tunnel. So there we go. We're almost there, staying high up. Now sometimes you may not be able to do this. Just look. But try to get up this way. You should be able to do it. And here we go. We're going in there. And I like to make this a meeting point for all my characters right from the get-go. I try to get them all bound in Common Land tunnels because, like I said, this is where all the commerce takes place. This is where everybody's selling everything. You know, there's going to be just hundreds of people in here. And it's you're not going to miss a thing if you're here. And also you get access to Common Lands, you get access to North Row. As you level up, you can go down there, and I feel you should probably do that. Let me show you the parcel vendor. Here we are. So we made that. No Inviso, no Spirit of Wolf. If you're not sure yourself, buy a Spirit of Wolf potion. A potion is bottle of speed from the Daybreak store. This is a noble parcels exchange. Just right click this lady. See here how this works here. You can send an item, click on it and type out who you want to send it to. But let's go ahead and give you an example. Okay, now we have some money. So how do you send the money in the parcel system? What you do is you click on your money like this here. First, excuse me, you go to parcels, you click on your money like so. It'll open up this box in the upper left hand corner. Click on this and click deposit, and then you type the name like that, and you send, you know, 1 silver to Nerdist. That's how you send the money in the parcel service. It's very, very important because you're going to want to send money back to your mule character, say, you know, whatever you name him, mule whatever, and make him the same character so he pops up right with your guild master. And then after that he just has to find the parcel vendor and he can send it. Okay, so let's go over this guy. This is a soul binder here. And good old soul binder says bind your soul. So we're not going back to newbie log. We're done with that. We're finished. We don't want to do the newbie log. From here you have two options. Like I said, you can go back to the Common Lands and fight in there, or if your friends are over there, you can get a group there, or you can go to North Row. In my opinion, I kind of like North Row. There's a fewer beasts to fight over there, and you can't run to the guards if you're in trouble or anything. But one thing I don't like about Common Lands is most of the Common Lands, in fact all of it, is all roamers, and the stuff respawns super fast, and that can be good and that can be bad. Good in the way you got a lot of stuff to kill, but if you're by yourself and something goes wrong, you're going to be in for another thing. So here we go, into North Row. So once you're in North Row, you have to be careful here because people, depending on if you're coming on a server a little later, people will train stuff in here trying to escape the undead camp up here. But when you get up here, this place is not too bad in my opinion. You could even solo here. So let me show you how this works here real quick. So you're up here. Once you get to here, don't stop here and eat a sandwich or anything like that, because when people train stuff like dervs and whatever, it's always going to be in here. This is where they're going to train everything. If you're on here on day one, it's probably not going to happen. But if you're coming in a little later and you say, oh, I'm going to sit down, it's nice and safe, it's really not. I've gotten killed there before, just sitting there and turn around. Next thing I know, something was coming and was stomping me right there. So you don't want to do that. Now what you can see over here is the stuff is a little bit higher. You got the rattlesnake level 5. Don't mess with the undead yet, but a couple cool spots. One cool spot I like is if you get up on this hill, believe it or not, this hill is super safe. Not too many people come up here, and you can see you get a great vantage point, a great view of everything. For some reason this stuff just doesn't come here, and you can come up here and you can kill stuff, whatever. Look at the armadillo, he's perfect, he's level 2, and you're gonna have a lot of armadillos. Look at these armadillos, they're not poisonous. They're just plain old armadillos, and you can pull this guy all the way back to here where you're at. But what I would do is just be careful with what you do. Remember, if you die, you're going to die back in the tunnel. It's a short trip right out here. So let's go ahead and take one armadillo down, and I'll just show you. Sometimes they drop good stuff too, which is kind of neat. Like they would drop a cracked staff, which is worth 1 platinum. Let's get a little mana and we'll take down our armadillo. We'll find out. Generally they're not social. You can just pick on one of them and that's it. So let's get this guy. Look at this here, right here. I don't even have to move. I can stay right here and you can get him to come to me like this. There you go, armadillo time. Now they do have quite a bit of armor on them, hence the name Armadillo. Let's see what happens. Oh, he's a tough booger. Maybe because he's level 2. Okay, so we're going to tap him. And make sure your alteration is up. And we're getting him. Let's keep tapping him, so save your mana. And we got maybe one more tap left on him. And it's going to be a close fight. And he's a toughie. Oh, come on. There, give me my tap. There we go. Gotcha. See, you can do this. Strafe around on him. There we go. Get him running. And there you go, you got him. Okay, so he's lots of loot on him, the husk. You got the meat here, and you can eat this meat if you want. You can sell it. So it's no drop, you don't want that. That's a quest item. So take the rest of the stuff, and after that, you've killed your armadillo all by yourself. You got pretty good experience. You even got some food out of it. So come back up here, and you can see what's going on. Sometimes people leave corpses around here. And when they do leave those corpses, you can loot the stuff, which is really nice, and loot it all for yourself. So just sit back down and get your mana back up. I would not mess with the spiders. Spiders, generally, I notice they're kind of social. Some of them will pop poison, but just stick with your armadillos. You can see they're full of loot. Make sure you have your buff up here. You can solo this area too. This other guy here, Coyote. And you can solo Coyote, he's level 3 when you get up to level 2. So you can take stuff that's yellow or white. I would recommend white con stuff just to be safe. But look at this, you can nail this guy no problem. Do not get anything higher than him. And you're so close to this. In fact, I think this newbie area was probably going to be a little bit better than Nicholas. Now we're all back. See, we've gained our mana back, we've gained our health, and we're good to go. When you hit level 2, you can start sending a little money back. Maybe you want a few spells or something. At least get the disease cloud. It's not a big deal, but it will help you get your conjuration skill up and go from there. But this is it here. Also, I want to show you this class has another skill. It's called Hide. And what's really good about Hide is, watch this. Let me show you how this works. The hide is a stationary invisibility, But the thing is, you can't really tell if you're really inviso. It'll appear that you are, but you're really not. So what you have to do is you have to find something that is kind of KOS to you, and then you have to go ahead and click it. So sometimes there's a guard up here that you can click. It won't work on undead. Like, see if we can see a puma out here. We can click on the puma. And you can't be moving when you do it. In other words, you can spin around, but you can't be moving at all. So let's go ahead and show you what it looks like. Let's hit hide. And there you go. See, it says you begin to hide. But you don't know if you're actually inviso or not. You can see yourself, which is no problem. And this is indifferent. So now watch, if we move, we lose the hide. And this is indifferent. Let's see if we can find. The way you do this, you check for the con message on here. And these are all indifferent. Where is something? Let's look for a puma. You know, the puma is always threatening, so you can tell from the puma. Don't check with undeads because you can see right through. There's a puma. Okay, watch. Okay, see, puma is threatening. Okay, let's go ahead and hit hide. And he's still threatening. So what does that mean? That means that hide didn't work. Okay, so keep him targeted. And then what you want to do is you want to sit down. Let's bring this bar right up here and go like this. Let's go back to this, and I'm going to show you how to use this hide. And it goes like this here. Once hide is good again, hit hide again. Con him, he's threatening, so that means hide is not working. Okay, sit. It sometimes takes a lot of tries because the reason why is your skill in hide is not very good at this point. If you come back here, you see hide, it's below average of 50. Okay, so puma's out there again. Let's hit hide. And he's still threatening. So this is why it's debatable as to whether hide is any good or not, because you're going to end up clicking this thing a million times. And by the time you're ready to fight, you know, you don't care about hide anymore. See, he's still threatening like this. And it takes forever. You can do this all day long. And before you get, and you're not going to get a skill up because this is as high as it goes. So let's go ahead and take this off, hit hide again. Indifferent. There you go. Got it. See how I keep them targeted? Now you know you're inviso. You're really inviso here. And this inviso, it doesn't show up anywhere else. And it can be broken like any inviso. And it will last a long time. So what you can do at this point is you can, if this is a safe spot, you can just go ahead and camp out. And you know, you don't actually camp, but you can sit out here, go and bake a pizza or something like that, and come back and do whatever you want. But at a higher level, people don't really use it, because if you're in a dungeon or something and there's invis mobs that come near you or get trained on you, you'll get killed. Instead, what people do is if they want to have a big timeout and do something else, they feign death, and they make sure that feign death is good. Then they're there, because that works on everything. And if you're a successful feign death, you're feign death. So that's why I always say, well, yeah, it's okay to have hide, but look at how many times you got to hit hide. And sure, the skill, you know, I mean, maybe it can go up a little, but is it really worth it? You saw how much time I spent hiding when I could be out there killing mobs. What generally happens is you maybe are going to have a few minutes downtime. You're going to get back on. When you're in a group, nobody stops to wait for you to hide. Nobody does that at all. They're like, let's keep going, let's keep going. They're going to keep pushing it and pushing it. You're not going to have even time to med. So it's one of those nice, cute little gimmicks, but is it really used a lot? Maybe solo players use it, but you're probably not going to, you're going to find that you use it very, very rarely. Okay, so good luck out there. Hope you enjoyed this, and I hope this helps all of you. And now you have a good spot out in North Row, very safe spot. Don't have to worry about pumas or anything. And you can level up after this. You make your way to Shoreline when you hit about level 7 or 7 to 9, and you head down to South Row, and it's all smooth sailing from there. You go to the best low level zone in the game. Thanks for watching, and good luck out there.